bomb carrier. Remember, this isn't the killer house anymore. This is real life. Taking fire. Two guys left. Pull yourself together. Counter-terrorists. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Smashing work, boys. Remove any doubts in your head. It's us or them. I heard something.
Bomb has been planted.
Has three left. Area secure. Roger that. Pull yourself together, son. Need backup. Help. Copy that.
Terrorists win.
Come on, jump, jump. Spotted the bomb carrier. We're knee-deep in trouble here, boys.
Terrorists win.
Move it, move it. Holding here. left. Sniper. Grenade out. Smoke. Check in. Flashbang. Status. All clear.
Counter-terrorists win.
We're really laying into the high. We give them a tannin. Move it, son. We've got a sniper. Throwing flashbang. Throwing a grenade. One left now.
Counter-terrorists win.
Good stuff. These fellas are gonna regret waking up this morning. Grenade. That makes two left. That makes one left. Under fire. Repeat. Under fire.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, it's a piece of cake, so it is. Let's move out. Three guys left. Let's go, fellas. Grenade out. Only the one left. Bomb carrier downrange.
Counter-terrorists win.
You're right on. You're right on. Solid work, boys. Let's roll.
What?
Counter-terrorists win.
Last wave. Activating the bomb.
Counter-terrorists win.
Speak Rush.
Go, go, go! Flashback! I throw the flashback.
Counter-terrorists win.
Let's go. I'm throwing a flashback. I planted the bomb.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
We will dance on your grave.
Бывает.
Come on, let's go. Smoke.
has been planted.
I'm planting the bomb.
Я лох вообще. Я вчера начал играть. И строго не судить. Реально. Планируйте.
Bomb has been defused.
Не, сейчас соберемся. вон тут.
Terrorists win.
За что пози-
I'm ready. Guys, we kill them all. Throw the flashbang. I'm throwing the flashbang.
Nie wiesz. Marko, no, ty.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
We cannot be killed.
Can someone buy me oak?
I'm throwing a grenade.
Buy me oak, I got the oak.
I'm throwing the flashbang. Throwing fire. The guy's down.
Нет. Не хочу пока. Не хочу пока.
Counter-terrorists win.
must
Easy.
win.
There you go. Yes, 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 yes.
Throwing fire.
Bartın ne yapıyor?
Fog.
Do you have your speakers on or you can hear? I was saying sure.
Terrorists win.
You'll burn like bandits before you die.
Hold.
Forward.
Hold. Hold. Oj, bra. Hold. They call me Dandy Candy because I'm high. I am so super duper duper. I'm the front girl in brown.
Let's go to the flashback. Throwing smoke.
Шорт один снайпер.
I'm throwing a grenade.
Dead.
Дробовик справа на Б.
Throwing a flashbang.
Следующий.
Flashbang.
Еще что?
Terrorists win.
We will dance on your graves. Decoy. Grenade. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Come on, let's go. I'm throwing a grenade. Whoa. I'm throwing fire. Grenade out. Darn. Throwing fire. Fog.
Medal. Quick that.
Terrorists win.
Oh. Aupa. Aupa.
the best CS2 settings. Go to the video setting.
Ist anti-ehrlich.
Falcons have definitely improved on this map. Let's see if that can show through today. Oh, Kixon helping out his young player as they wrap all the way round long side.
Yeah, Nucleon's dead there out towards mid, and there's only one man actually left in the A site. It's Tesses, who's just concealed himself in this smoke, but you can see Vitality is still very suspicious. Two players with eyes on, and they're quick to deal with him. You've even got this late activation from Rops ready to come through just to clean up the remaining two for the Falcons. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a way back in here, boys, with Rops closing in. Dink on the first shot, finishes off the second player. He handles that wraparound perfectly. Potentially scary for the Falcons. We would have loved a slightly sleepy Vitality in these first few rounds.
Yeah, they take the risk of stopping a comeback over being in that position themselves. Kicks him Max 7. Oh, how's that not a kill? Takes a second pump, but Tess is by his side and guns gifted. Falcons well armed. Execute with 30 seconds. Nothing to block this. The Molly's on the other side of the map, so it's going to come down to gunfights here. Good new box Molly here for Mezzy. Execute comes in. It's bloody lovely. 3 mollies land on the site, but there is no one in sight. Jumping over the corner, Mezzy at least finds the rookie, but Kixon spams back inside the smoke, somehow living. Backside Deagle denied, and Kixon comes out behind Banana. It's ZywOo in the clutch. Kixon's not giving him much. ZywOo on the clock needs his kill instantly, and that won't be allowed. He chooses to save his AK. He can find all the kills he wants. He can't win this round. Tessez will not make that mistake. Whoa! It was a nice try for ZywOo, but with Kixon disappearing into Banana. Vitality 40 seconds start to make a bit of noise. NiKo has a difficult decision to make on which side he wants to commit to. It doesn't matter. Vitality are beating him to the punch.
Yeah, they're going to get out early. Just this 2-man hold. m0NESY, some combat AWPing's going to be required here. Molly burns him back, but the AWP still gets online in time. 2 is all he manages. It leaves Falcons in a doable spot. Spam even connects for NiKo. Now you're weighing up this 3-on-3. Is this what you want to stake it all on?
The resmokes are a big problem. One just came down, and Apex can replenish, so Moto is out of commission.
Don't have a smoke of your own either for the Falcons, right? Not uncommon to see a smoke come through this Moto smoke to try and allow you to play forward into the site, but that's not available to the Falcons. It leaves pressure on, and it leaves them only with this short wrap. That's exactly what Vitality are hoping for. They are set up to deal with a short retake.
Committed.
Now with a swing, baited in to the Mezzy Rops crossfire, and it was a very short retake, shutting down the Falcons.
m0NESY, can he keep up the head-to-head? Going back to B will be required. Vitality 3 strong. There it is. Insta-rotate, Vitality call his bluff. All they were going to. That smoke will change their tune.
Yeah, your hope right now is that Rops can kind of thread the needle on this timing. But
Bro ain't walking through that door.
AWP's already gotten ahead of him, and they're just going to look to link up with Rops over here in top mid. So they are once again playing into this hero AWP.
After you, Flames.
Falcons very aware of what their win condition is and just how important it will be to get m0NESY feeling hot in this matchup. Right place for the AWP, and again he puts it to work. 5-7, and Tessez goes on to lend a helping hand. And the man that the rest of the Vitality squad came round to join is now the sole remaining player for Vitality. It's Rops on a long wrap. The site is flooded with Falcons players who have armed themselves now. What's he even supposed to do here? Bomb away from him. 25 seconds, and might just have to be this save. A very suffocating round there. m0NESY getting ahead of that rotate on the AWP feels paramount.
Yeah, B is the scary part, right? Because you have your weakest fragger and Kixon, but you also have, you know, Rookie. Another one for Kixon to try and implement into an Inferno. And so, don't be surprised if Vitality attempt to abuse this bomb site. They're coming in.
Yeah, just playing through the smoke, full disrespect. Shut down on the first man in, Nuclear. Oh, that's a beautiful round. Plays it forward, the pressure was on, the stand-in rises to the occasion. You're looking at m0NESY over here on the A site. Him and Tessez playing off of each other has been fantastic. A real high point of this CT side thus far. Get out into top mid, and m0NESY, that is just gorgeous. Lets the first 2 cross, only to line up a collateral. Clean tap for the third.
NiKo starting A. Maybe looking to offer some assistance to m0NESY, but they look to come into middle. Vitality pushing the smoke.
Oh, a little awkward there.
He did not.
They heard the steps. Flames gets out with 2, and Tessez so blind.
Wow.
Very, very punishing round.
Hey, that's why you have Flames on the roster, right? Fearless, jumping through smokes with MAC-10s, but still a mistake from m0NESY. He hears him running through the smoke. NiKo gets an idea, and m0NESY unscopes.
Nice little detail here was Nucleon's just re-aggressed Banana to kind of confirm the suspicions of the Falcons. They've already rotated accordingly to this being an A play. 3 in the right place now, and you know this hit is coming. You've got the info. Good opener for m0NESY, makes it a double, and there's NiKo lending a helping hand. Been a slower start to this game for NiKo. And maybe this is where he can find his impact. He's got to beat the two Frenchmen for Vitality. That bomb getting planted. Right now, you've got a one-man gun out in the sight, and Nico and Nucleons come together, deal with them both in seconds.
It's fair.
Guy trying to get the AWP going. Seen him have it one other time already, but never even got to fire a shot off.
Okay, that's just unlucky, really. Double nade denied. You're not going to out-AWP m0NESY. Not anymore.
Simon's had the AWP twice now and hasn't even really got to put it to work. Double naded in this round. Last time he had it, m0NESY found him scaling over the cart over here at A. And so the two times I always tried to get that AWP online, it has been instantly denied.
Nucleons even gets out as well, so just once again looking to play it safe enough in this B bomb site. In a 5 versus 3, Vitality can't even jump on B. They've been smoked out. Got plenty of util to execute here. Robs is still lurking though. m0NESY will hit the flick if I have been paying attention. Okay, Tessa saves him instead. Execute will have to be the way. 2v3 on this site.
Good position for Kixan, and they just sends it. Kixan, not in a forgiving mood right now.
Oh no. The tick attempts. Nucleon's in. No way, right? Oh my, the balls on that move, denied at least, and trades evenly. It's Nico who actually snuck into the site. That might be a surprise. You would expect him CT right now. Vitality with a smoke in the way, slow it down. They've got Robs lurking. They're hoping for a flank. Nothing's coming in. m0NESY playing committed.
You have full util. The nice thing about the slowdown as well, that smoke is often why you will see teams botch a good backside molly. Smoke's off the lineup, so now you have some options open on the slowdown, chance to see if your lurk finds anything, and when it doesn't, Robs just rejoins. Apex is actually going to try and move through early. Catch is a good timing on the smoke push. Tessa's now dead, and there's that Molotov we're talking about. That's going to force Nico forward into 3. Spam connects onto Apex, bringing him down low. Look at who's left in this 1v2, m0NESY, and he's got red hot hands right now. This is certainly a round he's interested in giving a look in. Creep up through Banana. And no surefire sense of victory yet for Vitality. Set up over at the coffins.
Oh, no.
m0NESY closing in, but as he clears other angles, timings open up for a coffin swing. Time ticking away and off this bomb. Nade comes out to clear the back site. Still suspicious of it, and he will just get hounded down. Vitality course corrects somewhat. It's 5 rounds on their map pick on this T side. Will that be enough with m0NESY in stellar form? Heading out and towards this A site, feels like Vitality really have an idea that this might come through the apartments and up the short side. Double lap setup, ZywOo dropping down. That's the kill that they hope makes them overlook Robs, and it will. Dropping in, gets out with his 1. Bit of help as well from mezii at the back of the site. How much more does mezii have in him? Apparently he's got the whole round. 1 guy left standing. And mezii buys more than enough time. The cavalry arrives for Vitality. Right, Kixan.
You thought. Lots of ruckus.
You can see the pressure it's put on. Apex started rotating away. Deciding against it now with this spot of Banana. Nade could be big. Just going to get away from it is Nico. Oh, not that one.
Backflip. Send him to the circus.
Really nice, man. Apex started running over as soon as they heard footsteps on Banana. He kind of realized this was an attempt at a misdirection, and he gets there just in time to capitalize on that damage at top Banana that Flames is able to do. Just a good feeling that that kill, you know, doesn't get away from you. You actually get the advantage. You're now sitting pretty in a 5v4, reflashing into top Banana. Kixan's also been offered up. And so this is a bonus round that is in prime position to move Vitality into the lead. The only thing that maybe could upset that is Tessez on a deep angle out here towards the short side. However, there's so little time left. Bomb's still up at Banana. He needs results, and he needs them now. Gets that one kill. Bomb's going to start moving over.
Mezzy, he's not going for Tessez. He knows the bomb has to join him, so his goal is to cut it down with 20 seconds.
Yeah, one kill on m0NESY with the bomb, and this could be enough to win you the round. Just tumbling it away from them. He picks his moment. Very deliberate.
You may have seen yesterday's video where it can't be opened by some users. So the recent update on Windows 11 is apparently
Of them are in Tri
On
Rush
the
when he
other,
gets
yeah,
armed.
that was.
Wow.
Man.
That's like the best of 3. We just spotted one.
All 3 of them are in Tri
On
Rush
the
when he
other,
gets
yeah,
armed.
that was.
We're talking about something very serious today. Throughout the video, you're going to see my shirt changes. It's not some kind of like crazy, wacky, magic trick from America's Got Talent or anything. I actually filmed this video earlier this morning when the story first broke. It's the killing of Alex Preddy in Minnesota at the hands of border agents. And I made the video, but I was pretty heated and I wanted to kind of simmer down and take a break, so I went out before posting it. I just got home, and now even more angles and videos have been released that show beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a 100% unjustified killing of an American citizen here. And it seems like the execution stems from them finding out that he had a gun on his person. His Second Amendment rights. In all of the videos that exist, there is not a single moment where he is reaching for the gun, brandishing it, threatening with it, or anything at all, and we have video that shows the entire interaction from start to finish. His name was Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old nurse who worked in the ICU at Minneapolis VA healthcare system, and according to the police chief, he is a U.S. citizen with no prior interactions with law enforcement outside of a couple of traffic tickets, and believed to be a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry. So for him to lose his life being shot multiple times by these agents, all because of him exercising his Second Amendment rights, which again, he wasn't trying to use as an intimidation tactic on the officers or anything like that. When they were beating him on the ground, pistol whipping him on the ground, they happened to see that he had a gun, apparently. He wasn't throwing it at them as like a threat or something, or brandishing it or anything. He simply had it on him, which he was well within his right to do, and he got murdered for it. This is completely unacceptable, and the fucking drones that are somehow like parading around like this is some kind of victory or something is sickening. It should be viewed as treasonous by any real Americans when you see this footage. And they had the gall to say that Alex Preddy was like the instigator, labeling him a domestic terrorist I saw from a couple of places, claiming that he approached these agents with a 9mm. He approached them with a gun looking to start shit. But that is not true. In all of the videos you see, he has a phone in his hands. Not a gun in his hands, he has a phone in his hands. No sane person would ever mistake a phone for a gun. This is blatantly obvious what they're trying to do. And it's something they've been doing a lot recently. Trying to tell you that what you're seeing isn't real. Trust their words, not your eyes. That is completely fucking outrageous, and people are willingly doing it. That's the craziest part. There are people that are like, oh, I saw he had his phone, but if they say it was a gun, well, that must have been a gun. I cannot believe we've reached this level of brainwashing. There are so many angles of this, and in every single one of them, you can see he has his phone in his hand, and at no point during this interaction did he ever, pull a gun on them or anything. And in fact, in one of the angles, you can even clearly see that the agents actually took the gun from him prior to him being shot. You can actually see what looks to be one of the agents disarming him, taking the gun out of its holster and running away with the gun prior to him being shot. And if that wasn't definitive, there is something even more clear that I think is completely irrefutable for anyone that's actually looking. An agent takes Alex's gun out of its holster in front of the agent that pulls out his gun and shoots him. So he can see the gun has been taken out of the holster. And it is clear Alex Preddy has both hands on the ground. He does not have a gun in them. And an agent reaches in and takes it out of the holster right before another agent pulls out his firearm and shoots him in the back. Just in case you somehow missed it, look, the agent in gray has his hand on Alex's weapon, which is still holstered. It was never unholstered. This agent takes it out of its holster before he runs away with it, and the officer right next to him is the one that pulls out his gun and shoots him. And now I want to show you the clearest video that shows everything that happened here and how it doesn't go how the authorities are saying that it did. That was Alex Preddy you saw walk by the camera right there. He has his phone in his hand, and then with his other hand, his open hand, no gun in it, is waving cars through. There is clearly no brandishing of a firearm here. He is not approaching agents with a gun or anything like that, and you will never see anything even remotely close to that happen.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
In this section, you can again see Alex Preddy has his phone in his hand, and now he's trying to get some of the civilians away from these fucking worms that are now starting to push them. And then one of them got pepper sprayed, and then he got pepper sprayed as well. And when he gets pepper sprayed, you can see his hand shoots in the air like a student about to try and ask the teacher a question. It is a wide open palm. There's no weapon in that hand, and in his other hand is still the phone. There is no gun anywhere here. And now this is when he starts getting beaten by the multiple officers there.
The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
I'm gonna stop the video right here because this is when Alex Preddy gets shot to death. This fucking subhuman coward, you can see, pulls out his firearm and shoots him in the back, and then shoots him multiple times after as Alex Preddy lies on the ground. You can hear one of the agents says gun, and that's when this brain-dead troglodyte pulls out his firearm and starts shooting into Alex while he was still surrounded by his boys, mind you. This is like the antithesis to all training that agents go through, by the way, to shoot into a suspect while still being surrounded by authorities. You're going to get your own people shot too, by the way, you fucking moron, you unbelievable homunculus. So he immediately starts dumping into Alex because someone said gun. But the gun, from the other angles we can see, had already been taken away from Alex, out of his holster. You can see one of the other agents running away with it. But again, he was never brandishing this firearm. And as an American citizen with Second Amendment rights and a lawful gun owner by all available information, he was allowed to have that gun on his person. It is not grounds to execute a man because you fucking freaked out and panicked because the guy you were beating and pistol whipping with fucking 5 of your friends happened to be armed. He wasn't using it to try and like shoot anyone here or threaten them. They saw the gun, and then this guy just freaked out and murdered him. Shot him multiple times. This is indefensible. Completely indefensible. And the fact that they even took him to the ground in the first place and started beating him, with one guy pistol whipping him, by the way. In other angles, you can see a guy just like pistol whipping him like he's trying to hammer a nail in with his gun. Like, it should have never even been acceptable for that to happen. All Alex Preddy was doing was filming, and then when some civilians started getting pushed, he tried to help. And when one got pepper sprayed, he tried to help. From all available angles and evidence and videos here, it seems to be that's all he was doing. He even made an effort to try and show that he's not like a threat or something. Like he threw his arm in the air, wide open, nothing in his hand or anything. He wasn't fighting back against the officers. He got taken to the ground and then immediately started getting beaten. Like, all because he was fucking filming and trying to help other people around there, it seems. This is so fucking sickening. And the freaks that are cheering this on and parading around like this is something to be celebrated are just scum. You're not even American. You're a fucking drone if you actually think this is a good thing. All you care about is just like sucking wiener from the authorities now all of a sudden. You care more about just being on a team than you do thinking for yourself. It's fucking tragic. It is embarrassing. This is crazy now that I'm seeing people justify this guy's murder because he had a weapon. Wake the fuck up. This is America. You can carry weapons. I sometimes carry a gun in public. I have friends who every day carry. It is your right as an American to carry a firearm if you so choose. That is not grounds for a murder. And based on all of the video footage, all of the available evidence, this guy was not brandishing it or anything like that. Thus, he wasn't threatening anyone or about to shoot someone with it, so they had to kill him to stop him. That doesn't seem to be the case. They're now just using the fact that he had a gun as a justification to kill him. That should be extremely alarming to anyone who cares about 2A. Like, again, him having it should not be an issue. And any real, actual American, like a real patriot, should be arguing for his right to carry, because it is something that we have the right to do, and that should not be a justification for this man being killed by these agents. This point that they're trying to beat into the empty minds of a lot of people that are trying so hard to justify it is that the only people being arrested and targeted by ICE are rapists and pedophile illegal aliens, which is just not the case. There definitely have been rapists and pedophiles that have been snatched up in all of this, and those rapists and pedophiles that have been caught and taken away, that's good. They shouldn't be out there breathing the free air. Great. But that's not all that's happening here. You could also right now march into the White House and arrest everyone in the White House, and you would get a ton of rapists and pedophiles. Why isn't that happening? If the goal is getting rapists and pedophiles off of American soil, thrown in the slammer, taking them away from society, why is it only just walking through the fucking streets of Minnesota trying to do it? You would get significantly more rapists and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. An administration is actively covering up a massive child sex trafficking operation and letting tons of evil people get away with this, tons of clients. So if the goal is to get this kind of evil out of this country, why would you not start with what is provably a spot that has so many of them? Also, that belief of like a secret pedophile ring was a very popular one among Trump voters for the longest time. And now that it has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be real, legitimate reality, they are now just ignoring it. They have been proven correct that there was a huge pedophile ring of these powerful politicians, but because some of their favorite politicians are potentially wrapped up in it, they just want to drop it and forget about it. Absolutely unhinged, by the way. It's crazy. So many people for the longest time were adamant against like government surveillance and Big Brother watching them being a huge concern. Now, plenty of people are welcoming it with open arms and a huge smile on their face. For the longest time, people would be preaching about the importance of the Second Amendment and gun rights. And now, even with this, they're saying, well, he had a gun, which means that's an executable offense. So it seems like they now no longer believe in Americans' right to own guns or carry guns, which was a core component of like the right for a long time, where there was like this big fear about they're coming for our guns. And now the same people that were arguing like to protect that are now arguing against it, saying, well, this guy deserved to die because he had a gun with him. It's a fundamental right of Americans to have guns, gun ownership. You can carry them in public too. Like that, you shouldn't be killed for that. And in the footage here, it doesn't seem like he was brandishing it or anything. And also, the same people that only like a year and a half ago were constantly telling you to question the government, that you can't trust anything that comes out of the government, the authorities always lying to you, are now just willingly, blindly, unquestioningly following anything authorities tell them to believe in, and shut out any and all thought and just have the hive mind think for them. It is crazy because it seems like the only actual belief of some of these fucking brainwashed drones is relentless cock gobbling. all they want to do is swallow boots and penis from the government. So if the administration or the news, which they used to hate the news, but now that the news just parrots points from big government that they like to clap their hands at like seals, they now just trust all of it all of a sudden, even though there's been no big change with these mainstream media outlets, by the way, that they used to not trust only a year and a half ago. But now, anytime they hear something from the news or anything that comes from the government, they will just immediately accept without a second thought, and then attack anyone else that is saying differently, or even just probing them to maybe think a little bit more about the narratives. Keep in mind, the government themselves are currently not even complying with their own laws that Trump has signed, like the Epstein Transparency Act, where the DOJ is still putting up a fight and are over a month late to compliance with releasing the Epstein files. They are still fighting tooth and nail to not release them, and even recently, only a week ago, outright said maybe there's no court that can force them to order this. They didn't even say maybe. I gave them a very charitable thing right there. They actually said courts can't force them to do this, and that if they don't comply, there's nothing anyone can do. They can't be sued. If the DOJ doesn't comply, go fuck yourself, pussy. That's basically their sentiment. They are not complying with their own fucking laws, and yet people are still willing to overlook that in order to just keep like playing for the same team. It's like it's a competition to see who can think the least and who can regurgitate enough from the hive mind to be like the biggest super fan of their side. It's fucking despicable. It's actually crazy. This is real sheep behavior. I know a lot of these people like to say sheep, sheep, sheep for the longest time, but now they are actually the epitome of that. Here's just a little thought experiment if you can break through the programming for a second. Imagine what's happening in Minnesota was happening under Obama or Biden, where there were masked agents that were constantly surveilling you, and even at times asking for your papers, your documents to prove you're an What's the big difference between AI and my height? AI is still growing. And most people recognize that a lot of jobs that exist today won't exist in the next handful of years because AI will replace them, and companies are being pretty forward about that. There's plenty of signs about, the corporate direction here and the role AI is going to play and the effect it's going to have on the workforce. But what a lot of people still don't fully understand is even if somehow your job survives the initial purge, your life is still directly being affected by AI's existence in a negative way, such as electronics prices getting higher and higher. Most recently, the RAM crisis that hasn't even fully set in yet, by the way, and already seeing an explosion in price there. But even outside of that, as data centers become more and more common, as more and more get installed, the price of just living in the area is going to go up. And we're already seeing that in communities that have data centers going up, where water, electricity, all of that, their price has started to increase exponentially because of data centers. So even just being in proximity to AI as it becomes even bigger is a
He's the angry game, and this shitty game, and this shitty thing, and this shitty thing. This one, no. This one, no. This one, pretty much nothing LJN. Oh, and this one's definitely going. And this shitty game, and this shitty game, and this shitty thing, and this shitty thing. They can't just be thrown away. They can't just be destroyed. They need to go into space because I don't even want to live on the same planet where any charred remains of these filthy dung heaps reside. Oh, shit! All right, I had a little maintenance to do. I gotta wait for my ship's computer system to reboot. Meanwhile, I'm all alone on a planet with only one game, Planet of the Apes for PlayStation. You know that saying, if you were stranded and you had only one game to choose, what would it be? Probably not this one. The movie Planet of the Apes was one of the greatest science fiction films of all time. But then here comes the game, and you know what always happens when you take a great movie and turn it... Oh, wait. It's based on the remake. Well, that's a new equation. I totally forgot there was a remake of Planet of the Apes. It was in 2001. It was a big deal for one weekend, and now nobody gives 1/4 of a shit. But hang on now. Are these characters from the original, like Dr. Zira and Dr. Zaius? What mixed up timeline are we in here? Is that Charlton Heston or Mark Wahlberg? Or maybe Brendan Fraser in George of the Jungle? Is that Charlton Heston or Mark Wahlberg? Or maybe Brendan Fraser in George of the Jungle? Apparently...
He's angry
for PlayStation. You know, films of all time. But then I totally forgot there was a remake of Planet of the Apes. The game took elements from each, creating a total hodgepodge. They didn't even know what to do with it. As soon as the remake was greenlit, so was the game, and it was planned to come out around the same time as the movie, of course. But the movie had many setbacks, so the game had to continue without it and invent much of its story on its own. But then the movie got rushed and got farther along in the game. So I guess you could say the movie was really ahead of the game. Here's the movie, here's the game, here's ahead. The movie was ahead of the game. So the movie came out first on July 27th, 2001. The game came out on PC on September 20th, while the PlayStation version debuted the following year, August 22nd, 2002. But it didn't debut, it debudded. That's when rancid feces are disengaged from the buttocks. The buttocks. Meanwhile, there's a Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance version as well. Just some extra shit nuggets for you. Anyway, as soon as these cutscenes end, we can finally start playing the game. First thing, the controls take some time to get used to. When you pick up an item by pushing X, it doesn't go into your inventory right away. You have to push triangle to put it in your pouch. And circle puts it back on the floor. Here, watch me pick up the key, put it away, take it back out, put it away, crouch, moonwalk. All I want to do is use the key on the door. How could something so simple be so complicated? Whoa, what's happening here? The walls are moving, man. This is some freaky deaky shit. Seriously, does that ever happen in Doom? Can you name any other game where the walls are warping themselves in a constant state of dimensional shift? This must be one of the hardest things to fuck up in a game. And again, it's only the year 2002. Guess they haven't invented steady walls yet. What's going on with this game? My foot is going through the food bowl. There's a slice missing from the table. My legs are disappearing. There's an unexplained shape materializing. And I'm hovering around like a crazy man. It's amazing in the evolution of games how much de-evolving has taken place. Nothing is more primitive than the combat system. Whenever you encounter an ape, you just mash the button over and over until hopefully they drop dead. It's all a matter of luck. There's no strategy, at least not from what I've determined. You just keep punching, and sometimes the punch locks up for some reason. Come on, hit him, hit him! Why are my fists so unreliable? And the apes block about 90% of the punches. Come on! Come on! Oh, finally, I got one! But I'm almost dead. You have to be lucky to survive one fight. You can get medical kits, but they're not very common and they don't fill you up all the way. You can take the Apes Club, which makes it a little easier, but it's not much better than your fists. Most of the time, it misses, or they block it, and after every 3 swings, there's a lag, leaving you open to the Apes' attacks. Jeez, why can't I hit him? Why can't I hit him? You can also get a knife, but it doesn't do much better than the club. In fact, I think it's worse than the fists. It doesn't seem to do any more damage, and it hardly hits its mark. I mean, look at this. Is he blocking my knife? How do you block a knife? So my advice, I have 3 tips here. Don't get the knife, don't get the knife, don't get the knife. Then they start coming out doing karate kicks. What is this? King Kung Fu? Oh, I almost got him. Whoa, what? Oh, fuck. Also, you want to know what happens when you die? Take a guess. Check any that apply. Extra lives, continues, checkpoints. What do you think? Nothing. The only thing you can do is save to a memory card, but only after you've beaten a level. And even then, it'll start you at the beginning of the level, no matter how far you've made it. And if you lose on the first level, it's back to the menu and the opening cutscene all over again. You know what I miss? I miss this so much. Such a simple thing you can take for granted. The camera angles. Oh boy, we've been here before. You already know the deal, and the deal keeps getting worse all the time. The camera is too sensitive. Every time I make the slightest turn, the camera reacts by zigzagging side to side to follow my every movement like a kid with a shopping cart following too close behind the parent. And if a foreground object gets in the way, you're pretty much screwed. No, no, no! Get it away! You might as well play blindfolded. Also, there's parts where you have to interact with things like buttons on the wall. To do that, you have to put your weapon away first. Why couldn't that be automatic? Or couldn't he just use the club to push the damn button? The navigation. Well, it's one of those where the fuck do you go kind of games. To my knowledge, there's no map and nothing to help guide you through. Here, I got so stuck, I had to look up a walkthrough, and apparently, you're supposed to jump into the ceiling. Jump? You could jump in this game? So I had to look that up too. Yeah, there's Wi-Fi on this planet. So you jump by pressing spacebar. Yeah, that's for PC. What about PlayStation? So the old-fashioned way never fails. The instruction manual. Jump is R2. It says it right there. Okay, so I try it and nothing happens. R2 works for running, but it does not jump. So what's going on here? I press every button combination I can think of and oh my. You have to press R2 and X at the same time. Wow, real helpful manual. You have 3 buttons assigned to using, taking, and dropping items, but you can't have one for jump. L1 isn't even used. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh. The worst sign of bad controls is when you have trouble doing something that would actually be easier to do in real life. All I'm trying to do is climb a ladder. All right, made it. Oh, come on! Okay, so I have to turn this heat valve. I found something.